Well, this summer we've been taking our shows on the road featuring town ball teams all across the state.
Tonight we were in Dundas at Memorial Park. These amateur baseball teams have a very rich history in Minnesota, and their ballparks are special gathering spots for the community. I had the chance to sit down and talk with author Todd Mueller, who hit the back roads to publish a book about these hidden gems.
Oh, get over his head. Oh, baby.
It's a huge point of pride for these communities. Their ballparks are really the center of their community activities, and they take great pride in it. The baseball is good, and concessions are great, and the scenery can't be beat.
Town ball baseball goes back more than 100 years in Minnesota, and Todd Mueller has taken that walk back in time.
Minnesota has more organized amateur ball clubs than any state in the country.
A couple years ago, Mueller wrote a book called Town Ballparks of Minnesota, profiling 27 of the approximately 300 teams across the state. A baseball tradition that started in rural communities, often in the farm fields themselves.
They would play on Sunday afternoons after church and after the chores, and then it was time for baseball. And if you look at where all the ballparks are, it's predominantly south and west of the metro area, and then there's a huge pocket of baseball up in Stearns County.
Attaboy!
That past has not been too muddied up by the future. Simple fields, family, friends, community, and baseball. Heck, there are still some manual scoreboards out there as well.
In fact, in Cold Spring, they had 2 kids out there handling the scoreboard manually. One was hanging numbers, one was hanging upside down on the fence.
There are crooked fences, 100-year-old farm equipment used for grading, and lots of history to make these teams whole. And the baseball, well, is pretty good.
All of us are familiar with Terry Steinbach, who played for New Ulm. He and his brother and 2 other players were all drafted professionally in the same single year in that small town, probably a feat that's never been matched by anybody.
You'll find something uniquely charming at every field, too. That timbered tribute at Dundas, refurbished traffic lights in Jordan for the ball and strike count, and the view is different wherever you go.
For the ball players, it's just the love of the game. They just want to get out there and play ball. For the families, it's a time to get together and enjoy socially. The kids running wild, it's a great place for kids to go. I really believe that town ball is a state treasure that needs to be discovered, and I think that's happening.